This week we are going to be going over filters and also patterns, and we're going to be creating this magazine cover right here. And so to start, we're going to open up this image, and then what the book always talks about is the number one thing to follow along with the book is to reset all your tools. So if you grab like the marquee tool and then click up on the toolbar in the tool options bar, this little menu icon over here, and just, where is it? Reset all tools. Reset all tools to default setting, just so that you can be on the same page. And then there's another thing. Go to make sure you're on Essentials, and you can even reset Essentials workspace. So make sure you have the same workspace. And then for colors, your little swatches down here at the bottom of your toolbar, just hit D, and it'll make sure that the black is in front and the white is in back. So that way, D means default. So when you hit D on your keyboard, it sets your colors to default. That being said, we can go ahead and create a new document, File New, or you can also go Control or Command N. And then I go ahead and pick US paper size because that's kind of like a starting place, but we're going to alter that a little bit. So instead of the height being 11 inches, we're going to change it to 10.75. Make sure it's at resolution 300, and then the color mode is going to be CMYK because magazines are meant to be printed. So we're going to use the ink toner colors, cyan, magenta, yellow, black. And then also what they wanted us to do was change our background from, instead of being white, to transparent. So you're going to get that checkerboard pattern in the back, which means that that part of the image is see-through. And then just hit OK. So now I have two images. If I go to my window arrange workspace, I can tile all vertically and then see my new document here and then my wake border on the other side. So what I'm going to do is, first they wanted us to create a layer for, make sure you're on your new document here. Call this background. And then if you want to create a new layer, you can either hit this little layer icon, new layer icon, or you can go Control Shift N, and then call it whatever you want. It brings up this new layer dialog box. You can call it wake border, because we're going to put him on a separate layer. So now we have two layers. And what they wanted us to do for this project was introduce another way. Instead of just grabbing my move tool and dragging the wake border over like that, I'm going to go Control Z. They wanted us to to show that you can actually go Control A, just like in any word processor program. If you want to select all, Control A, you can select all your text. You can also select your image, Control A, and then go Control C for copy. And then now click on your new document and go Control V to paste. So it works the same way. Now as you can see, it looks smaller when I paste it into my other document. The size hasn't changed at all. It's just that I think this is 33% over here, and then down here it says 16%. So that's why it looks different. And then what they wanted us to do was grab our rulers. If you don't have your rulers visible, you can just hit Control R, or well, in my case, Control R one more time to make them appear, and then drag down a guide. And they said they wanted the image to rest 2 inches from the margin, so I'm going to drag it to 2, and then I'll make sure I'm on my wake border layer and hit Control T and just resize that image. I'm holding Shift to constrain proportions, like I talked about before, and make sure it goes to that guide, and then again to the edge. You can even go a little beyond just in case. Hit Enter, and then you can use your arrow keys to adjust it. I'm going to move it up so it's on top. And now the first part is done. I want to save this my new document, close my wakeboarder, the wakeboarder image, and then save my new document. Go File, Save, or Control S, and call it week 9 underscore, or week 9L for lesson underscore archively. Okay, and hit save. Okay.